Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. We're going to review Double Masters again. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sure we've done this video before, and I talked about how cheap these boxes were and not to overpay. Well, guess what? I'm glad a lot of these people in the world, not a lot of people watched that video. I mean, a good chunk, couple hundred, but, or maybe less, honestly. The world heard my prayer, I guess. And needless to say, we're here to talk about why there's such a sharp price incline. And this price has went from a reasonable price to almost absurd levels in the matter of weeks prior to release. So, before we get started, remember, like, subscribe, comment down below. It'll feed that YouTube algorithm. One click subscribe ain't much for you, but it means a lot to me and the channel, and it helps support everything, and I do appreciate it. Also, if you've done everything you can to subscribe and support the channel, links in the description to Patreon and eBay and my personal email if you want to reach out, say hi, or anything else you may want. If you want me to open a box on channel, bundle, or what have you. We've got several boxes to choose from, not just the new stuff. Feel free to reach out and say hey. And if you get on a Patreon, you get sweet deals for doing it. So, let's get started, and let's talk a little bit about Double Masters. So, the first product we're going to talk about today is going to be the draft booster boxes because, well, there's only two product lines in this particular line that you can get. You can get the draft boosters as you see here, or collector boxes, which we'll go over here in a minute. Now, with that said, what comes in a draft booster box of Double Masters? Let's go through it real quick. As you can see here, you get 24 Double Master packs. There's 16 cards per draft booster. Two to four cards of rarity, rare or higher, i.e., rare or mythic. Two traditional full cards in every pack. It says there, get double the dose of some of the strongest, coolest Magic cards ever made. So, with that said, as the filming of this video on a late Sunday night, getting ready to go into Monday morning, and I already suspect this price is just going to keep going up. How much is it that these things are actually running? Well, 378. That's right. These boxes here are running $378 a box. And you may think, well, it's Double Masters, Clyde, the old Double Masters. It's running almost close to 1,000 by now. This is half the price. That seems about right. Well, that's where you'd be wrong because if you look down here at the little graph TCG Player is working with, you can see here where the announcement was made in May. And don't get me wrong, when the announcement was made, everybody was on the bandwagon of how expensive this stuff should be, all the way up to 377. Now, that was people pricing stuff before anything came out. As more people started figuring out what the pricing was doing and maybe even guessing on their allocations and what have you, you can see the sharp price decline as boxes were not selling all the way down to 271 a box on TCG Player. Now, in some places, it was cheaper than this. I seen boxes that were on Amazon in one of my videos that were sporting, I believe, about 240 before tax, which is 270 after tax, including shipping. So those are some really good deals. Then what happened was the spoilers started. And boy, did we get a surprise. There was nothing but gas in the spoiler section of this product. And I'm not even lying. And with every spoiler that came out, more got bought. The price kept going up until it reached a peak of 379. Right now it's 376. But this right here you can see is 378. And that's the price you're expected to sell. And you can see here, as of 626, you have unopened boxes selling for 378, which is just absurd. We're talking almost $400. The price of this box has almost doubled before release. And a lot of that has to do with not just the amazing cards that are in it, but also the talk of the limited print runs. People aren't getting what they're supposed to. Boxes are getting harder to get, and all kinds of other things that go along with it. And this also includes the collector boxes as well, so I won't go over that. I won't go over the same thing with collector boxes, right? But the main thing with this is the spoiler list was so juicy. And we really had a bait and switch here where they took out things like Mana Drain from Baldur's Gate and placed it in Double Masters instead of leaving it in Baldur's Gate, which kind of laid Baldur's Gate a little dry. and people ordered a lot of it, and now they're upset about it, which is why a lot of it's sitting. That's for another video. And now Mana Drain's in this set, along with all the other juicy cards, which are making this extremely expensive. So, I mean, we only have 21 listings here, and we're talking 378 or higher. And the only reason these things are in here listed this way is because people don't want to pay this much for it. But guess what? They're probably going to have to, because people just aren't going to sell them that cheap. Because this set is just way too good. Way too good. Like, for example, if you go back and you look at the actual card prices itself, once I ever get there. Here, like, look at this. So we're gonna skip the texture stuff, which is in the, the foil etches and what have you. But for example, foil etch Damnation. If you happen to pull one of those out of draft boosters, but I don't think you can, $179, 2 listings. A borderless Kolozek, $164. Reprint of Imperial Seal, $300 for the regular one. We're not even talking foils. We're talking the regular. If you pull an Imperial Seal out of a box, look at this. You've paid for the whole box minus $40. Minus $40. One card will pay for your whole box. And let's take a quick look here. Notice there's nothing on there that says foil, because heaven help you if someone gets a foil of one of these. Oh, there's 2 foils listed. What are they going for? Oh, $900. Oh, excuse me. $850. Don't want to round too far. Extra $50 might mean something to somebody. So if you pulled one of these in foil out of a box of Double Masters, you literally just paid for, where's the box at? So if you pull it out of this, a regular Imperial Seal, and it does sell for, let's say it sells for $700, you have paid for 2 of these boxes by getting 1 card in foil. That is absurd. We have Borderless Force Negation over 100. Dockside Extortionist over 100. Borderless Vault over 100. Borderless Altar, almost 100. Cavern of Souls Borderless, almost 100. Borderless Ulamog, almost 100. Borderless Rin and 6, almost 100. Dockside Storage, I mean, look at this. We're in the 80s on the first page. Oh, look, here's the foil etched Allosaurus Shepherd. It's sporting 139 on the listings. Market price says $80, but we know that's wrong. So this here is the reason that this stuff is so absurd. And these prices ain't even right. Because notice, this is up here, but guess what ain't on here? The full art, full Monty, alternate art Imperial Seal, which is probably going to be absurdly priced if we could ever find it. Yeah, so like 60. Look at 90. There's a 149 listing. 60. The odds of you paying for your box, in the first couple, in just a couple packs is insane. Oh, that Damnation picture is so pretty. Borderless Tide, market price $44, listing for $119. This is what this is going to go for. Lots of money. But anyway, that's the reason why these box prices have skyrocketed out of control. Again, 6 boxes here. 6 times this is about this price. I mean, the market price is $223 or $2,200. This is just insane. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just insane, the amount of money. So now let's take a look at the Double Masters 2022 collector box. As you can see here, you get 4 Double Master packs. So 287 divided by 4. If you pay at 287, you're looking at about $75 a pack, 60-ish, for 4 packs in this box. Each one has 15 magic cards, 1 foil token, 6 borderless cards in every pack, a texture foil borderless in 3% of the boosters, 1 foil etched, plus 10 to 11 traditional foil cards in every pack, 4 cards of rarity, rare or higher, and again, double the dose, yada, yada, yada. So, these cards have went from the 220, even lower range, all the way up to 287. There's less listings of them. And this is just insane. Not going to lie, just insane. Because if you look here, it started off, these things are $400 a pack, and everybody's like, oh, that sounds about right. And then again, people started getting more listings and undercutting until it got way down to $245 on TCG Player. Now, I'm here to tell you they're a lot cheaper. They're $224 on Amazon. So think about that for a minute. Now, they're all the way back up to $287. And that's on TCG Player, not including the Amazon stuff. And there's only 13 listings. And, you know, you're not going to see a whole lot of them on here. And why do you think these are worth so much money? Well, Guana, let's take a look back at what we just saw. If you happen to get a textured foil, we're talking thousands of dollars. Not even lying here. We're talking mid 500s. You're going to pay for your box plus another one. Again, same with this. And notice it said 6 borderless cards in every pack. Now, if you get any of these in borderless, 167, 118, 119, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, okay, 90, 90. But still, I mean, let's be honest here, guys. And these are just some of the cards. We've seen that other cards that are borderless have a high price as well. It's just the listing is off because the market is so skewed right now. Like this one, 63. You know, we have a $60 top, $60 Allosaurus Shepherd. Like, it's just a seasoned Pyromancer for 60. The odds out of those 4 packs of you getting something that's going to be juicy enough to pay for this, I think are going to be very high. Now, with that said, there'll be commons and all this other stuff. Yes, I know, guys. But, I mean, I'm going to open 2 of these boxes on the channel, and we're going to see what comes out of them and see if they are still technically underpriced. Because with these being collector boosters, and with the whole textured foil thing going on, I really think these should be as much, if not more, than the regular draft box. I mean, I really think these should be sporting like $400 to $600. If this is the kind of pricing that's going to hold. If it's not, either A, the market's wrong and both these box values are going to drop like a rock when it comes out, or B, they're both still underpriced, and either the cards are going to go down to equalize or the box values are going to skyrocket. And if it does, this will be the only product in 2022 that has had this effect on the market, minus Neon Dynasty. Neon Dynasty had a really good effect on the market and held well, but not like this. This is just absurdly insane. So, with that said, guys, yeah, if you didn't get a chance to get in on this, this is definitely some FOMO. So we'll have to wait and see when it comes out if prices are going to tank like normal, or if these prices hold or even go up. And it's really all going to depend because this is a one-time printing, right? So there's not going to be any more. So from the looks of it, and especially with everybody going to be cracking some packs, this might be where the actual price value is stated by the market, not by Wizards of the Coast, because you know how they do their pricing. They jack everything up. But anyway, as always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, be kind. And I hope to see you across from the game table, because I'm going to draft the piss out of this set. Good Lord.